cowboy hat out of cardboard, out of old beer boxes that were laying around my recycle bin in my garage. So I actually got the idea. I got this hat as a gift a few years ago. And it's like a professionally made hat. It's a website called redneckbeerhats.com. It's awesome. I wear it at parties. So I decided that I was gonna, see if I could make something similar to it, kind of like put my own twist on it, make it a little different than the hat I have. So I wanted it to look like a real cowboy hat. Like I didn't want it to just look like I took two boxes and glued them together. And I didn't want it to be like an arts and crafts project where there's like tape and glue like hanging off, and like you can tell I just got scissors and cut up cardboard. I brought it home from kindergarten to show my mom. And like I didn't want it to like just be like barely sticking together, so like I couldn't like wear it or hold it like so that like it was actually solid. Like I brought this here in my backpack, it didn't fall apart, it worked. And the aesthetic I was going for was kind of like a redneck party, like Toby Keith type of deal. Like it's something you could wear at a tailgate before a CU game, something like that. It's kind of like a fun, lighthearted, easy cowboy hat. So I knew I wanted to use kind of like so it was one 18 pack and one 30 rack that I found in my garage. The Coors Banquet actually worked out perfect because I love that gold color, and I only had one good box, so I kind of only had one chance. So I had to be really careful with like when I was cutting it with the box knife or like folding it. I was like, I can't screw this up, because I'd have to like go out and buy another box, and I didn't want to do that. That'd be awful. Yeah, so I had to be careful when I was like cutting it and doing everything. So the materials I used were just one 18 pack box, one 30 rack box, and then I had a box knife and some scissors, and then I just stapled it together. And to make it, I also used a ruler and some scissors. So I actually used to love origami, when I was in high school. So that was another reason I wanted to do this, was like practice some old cardboard folding skills. It was hard to take pictures of it before this because I made a few cuts and then it was just like one big fold. So I was like trying to like fold it and take pictures at the same time, and that didn't really work. So basically I made some cuts in the box and then folded it into this top part of the hat and stapled it together to make it stay like that. And this was like I don't know what that part of the hat is called, the circular part. And then I took this 30 rack to make the brim of the hat. And that was actually kind of hard because I actually went through two different boxes. I messed up on the first one on the brim because I cut it way too big, so it didn't fit around it. It was just like a loose piece. So I cut two identical pieces and put them together so that the top and the bottom, you're not seeing like too much just brown cardboard, because I didn't want that. Like I didn't want it just to look like I took random boxes, stitched them together, and left too much. Like that was a big thing, is I didn't want a lot of exposed brown cardboard. I wanted like the colors and the designs to make it look good. So I took two different pieces, put them together, and then just stapled around the brim to make blue Keystone Light, and then I just cut a hole right in here so you could fit your head inside of it. And like this was another, like I had a little bit around the edges. I just, when they didn't match up perfectly, I just had to go around and cut it so that it didn't look, so that there wasn't brown cardboard, because that was one big thing I didn't want to see. So my functional goals, one problem I had with it was that it came out a little small, because it doesn't really fit on my head. But the reason that happened was because like I folded it and like it fit on my head, but then I had to the folds weren't tight. Like right here, how it's a little bit loose, like the whole thing, this was all like really loose, so I refolded it to tighten it up, and that made it a little too small for my head. But that's not that big of a problem, because I just, unless I'll give it to someone with a tiny head, or I just won't wear it. But I was happy that it stays together, that like the fold still looks good. You can, it actually looks like a cowboy hat. My artistic goals is for it to look, not like an art project. And, there's a tiny bit of visible brown, but unless you're looking for it, you won't really notice it. So I was pretty happy with that. And actually, I'm really happy the way the colors turned out matching. Like I was a little worried about the gold and the blue, but I think it looks pretty good. And I love the way there's Golden Colorado right on the perfect part, and there's another logo on this 30 rack that says Golden Colorado. So I thought that came out really cool. And my next step for this is I'll probably just display it somewhere. Maybe I'll put a nail in my room, hang it there, maybe just display it out in my living room or something. Maybe I'll make another, like my roommate was saying, I'll drink some beer, make one of those for me. I was like, we'll see about that. But So yeah, maybe I'll try again, make it bigger so it actually fits on my head. And then this is just what it looks like compared to the hat that I already have. That's all of it. Any questions?
Yeah, how did you do, so when you folded this upper part, you said
Yeah.
it was like one big like origami fold, did you just like play around with it until you could fold it?
Yeah, well,
all
like,
the way,
I
or
almost
did
kind of
you-
like reverse engineered it from this hat.
Okay.
So like I was kind of looking at it, I was like, all right, where does this match up? So like I kind of like, there were like just two, so like I kind of cut slits so that I
Yeah.
could like overlap it. And I was just like holding it together and like grabbing the stapler and stapling
Does
it
that
around.
part have any like glue or staples? Or is it
No,
all
it's
folded?
just staples.
Oh, okay.
So like there's some
Oh,
right
yeah,
here,
on the
but
side.
yeah. My original plan was to use glue, but I was like, I don't want to wait for it to dry, and then like 2 days later it could just come apart randomly. Yeah.
Okay.
How'd you form the rim of the hat?
So I just like I cut some slits in here so I
Uh-huh.
could like fold it and overlap it.
Oh no.
Or
like
the brim.
yeah.
Oh, so this was I cut out 2 different pieces of cardboard
Uh-huh.
and like lined them up, and then cut the hole in one and like put it on top, and then match the other one up on the bottom, and then
Oh.
just cut this hole out.
Like how'd you get the curves then?
I just curved it with my hand.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Good question as well. So I'm coming from a business background, so
Uh-huh.
when I see this, what I see is 2 different brands of beer.
Mm-hmm.
But what it made me think of is the fact that you could almost use something like this, talk to a beer company and show them your work and build this kind of relationship where it's like, look at this awesome work I can do. You can start using these hats
Yeah.
like in your marketing and stuff like that. I just think it's so fascinating. So super cool idea.
Thank you.
You should see if they'll let you run with Ralphie with that.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh my gosh.
I don't know about
You run
that.
with Ralphie?
I do. Yeah.
Oh fun.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone's done the banquet tour in, or like just the course tour in Golden, but they have those. There's like a
Yeah.
photo booth area, and they have like exactly those made.
It's like
up.
a big, because I was like looking at some stuff online. It's like a big thing in the South to like make your own custom beer hats.
Really?
And like there's 100 different styles.
right.
It's funny, yeah. You like get some crazy like 30 rack, like you get like the special edition whatever, like
Right.
30 racks and make a hat out of it. It's a fun thing.
Yeah.
Cool. We're good.
Cool,
Cool,
we're
yeah.
good.
I'm trying to find your post here. So.
Yeah.